Welcome back, guys. We have finished sanding this thing. Not sanding, yes, of course we finished sanding it, but there's another step that we did after the sanding, which was in our last video. We got this stain on here. It's very, very nice. Try to do this burst in here to that. So there's that. We got it looks pretty good, pretty decent for a first time trying to stain any kind of wood. Just watch a lot of YouTube videos, try to figure out all the nuances, all the ins and outs of trying to get this thing stained. But basically, you put the stain on and you wipe the stain off. After I got everything stained, I got the dark on the edges here on the outside. I took some steel wool, like the finest steel wool that you can buy, and just kind of rub the finish out on this front and on this back, and it really makes that grain. It kind of lightens it a little bit and brings that grain really out to the forefront. So we are done with the staining of this thing. Next step is going to be some polyurethane, and this is Verathane Ultimate Polyurethane oil-based interior polyurethane. And basically what we're going to do is brush this on. We're going to take a little brush, wipe it on. It does say it needs to dry for 4 hours between coats. It says a minimum of 3 coats is recommended. So we'll see how well it goes. It does say if you allow it to dry for over 24 hours, sand it very lightly with like 220 and put the next coat on. So we'll put this on. We'll put it on in time lapse. I don't know if we'll do every layer on the video because it's kind of redundant. But what you do is you don't shake this. You don't want bubbles in this can. You don't want bubbles to transfer from here to your surface. So you just get a stir stick, popsicle stick, something, and just stir this up real good and then brush it on. So what we're going to have to do is brush on the top and maybe the sides just a little bit, and then we'll let that dry. We'll go back to the back and just kind of keep rotating it like that. So it's going to take us a little bit to get all this on there. So one thing you probably do not want to do is you don't want to get in a hurry, right? Because you get in a hurry, it's just going to cause a huge mess on your product. And sanding all of this stuff off after it dries is going to be a whole lot harder than sanding any of this stain off or getting back to some wood. So you want to be careful. Don't get in a hurry. Take your time. This is where your project is going to really stand out if you work on that finish and make sure the finish is beautiful. Take your time. Be nice. So of course we got this this little scar. You probably saw this in the last video with the staining, with the video I did of just the whole piece, right? So it's not very, it's ugly, is what it is, but some things are born with scars, and it doesn't mean that your product's not going to be beautiful. So if you have blemishes, if you have little mistakes on there, it's yours. Don't worry about it. Embrace it. So like I said, we got a little ugly scar here. Now my guitar's going to have a little bit of personality. It's just what it is. So I probably could have done that a little bit better in retrospect, but it's my first time. I'm learning as I'm going, so definitely a learning experience. But yeah, that's my signature now. I get this little mark on there. It's like a birthmark, or whatever you want to call that. We're gonna get to this polyurethane. We're gonna get some time lapse on that.